Hey, what is up, guys? It's part 19 of the AEK series, and we're coming up to the end of 2017. About 10 games or so, I think, in the Greek Super League season. We're about to play our next match against Varroia, who I believe came up last season, sort of were newly promoted last season. So it probably should be an easy game to win, but you can't really legislate for some of the brain farts that your team can sort of undergo in Football Manager. I think you'll know what I mean. They're just inexplicable defeats to teams you should be smashing, and then you go on to win the next game. A couple of those are here on show in the results, actually. So I'll just go over the results now. We had Panathinaikos in the league, and you know what happened. We lost again. So that's why I didn't bother live coming it, because I just knew I'd lose again. Corellis with a penalty on 63, and he added to his goal tally 2 minutes later. Diego Vera with the consolation goal for us. We then took out Panionios by 2 goals to 1, in a game we really should have won more by when you look at the shots. Barbosa on 8, and new signing Francisco De Franco on 58 minutes. Knas Mulder was injured in that game, and he struggled really with injuries ever since. Karakutis on 29 minutes equalising to make it 1-1. We then went away to Kakaira, and again almost lost that game and should have really won by more. Should have performed a lot better. Angel Rojas on 25 minutes getting the goal. It was 1-0 at half time to Kakaira, and within the space of 2 minutes, Aravidis and Antunis with some great goals made it 2-1, and we sort of got away with it. Then I'll quickly show you the cup. Actually, we took out Lamia 2-0. Igor Kon with a brace, the young striker. We then had Kakaira a few weeks later, and we smashed them 3-0. And Tunis with a brace, and Aravidis with the penalty. This is our group then. I think it's Group H, 3 teams. We've already secured qualification. It just depends on who can win out of Lamia and Kakaira for that second spot. So we're in the hat for the third round, so that's all we can ask for, really. Back to the Super League, we had newly promoted Aginaikos, and we smashed them 4-0. Brace from Aravidis, and Tunis and Cordero also adding to the tally. Convincing, dominant performance. That's what I like to see. We then hosted Atromitos and took them out comfortably by 2 goals to 0. Mantelos on 72 and Cordero with a penalty. It doesn't actually say what minute that penalty was scored, but nevertheless, he got the penalty late on, I assume, to seal the deal for us. Then had one of the most baffling performances of all time in any Football Manager game that I've experienced. Newly promoted Larissa we went to, and we lost 3-0. Now, I did go overload after quite some time to try and get back in the game, and that's probably the reason for 2 of the goals being conceded, but we should be overrunning them. Overload should work against a newly promoted team. It doesn't matter if you're away from home. So, it's baffling. It really was baffling. Every single player had a poor game, really. Skepovic on 46, Kitoko on 59, and Sarah Katsanos on 81. Big up myself for pronouncing that. We did, however, bounce back very well. All the goals were scored in the space of 11 minutes, as we took out Tripolis by 2 goals to 1. Kolovestios scored for us, Zlato Hodak for them on 21, and Diego Vera, another new signing, grabbed the winner on 29 minutes, and it was a tense sort of game from there on in, really. Not many chances, but the chances that did happen were mostly against Tripolis, so I was quite nervous for most of the game. Needless to say, it was very satisfying to just get away from there. Then a bit of a brain fart again. We just won at the races, and we drew 1-1 with Levedi so that's a total of 7 drop points now, which, when you're going for the title, is really unacceptable. Amish on 10 minutes for Levedi, they pretty much bossed the game, and we managed to grab a lucky equaliser from Serkan Serrera on 80 minutes. Very disappointing performance. But just like the last inexplicably poor performance, we bounced back in style, taking out Platanias by 4 goals to 0. All goals coming in after the 60th minute. Mantzis, the left winger, on 62, Serrera on 63, Kyle Bartley on 79, and Mantelos on 83. Now the table looks like this then. A lot of games in hand, and just really inconsistent number of games played across the league. We've got 2 games on hand on Tripolis and we're 3 points behind. So you'd like to think we're doing better than them. We're just a point adrift of Panathinaikos, so keeping sort of good pace with them. But Olympiacos have absolutely bolted. They're on 29 points now. Nevertheless, if we can win here, then we can close the gap to Olympiacos back down to an acceptable 4 points at this stage. But historically, Olympiacos have always had terrible starts. And the fact that they're currently up there after only sort of 10 games is a bit worrying, because you feel like they could just storm away, ride off into the sunset with the title. So that's something we want to try and avoid. And to do that, really, you need to be smashing the teams that we're going to be playing against very shortly. AEK sit just behind us, as you would expect. PAS Gianna, those bastards, continuing their sort of good league performance, holding down 6th place. Panatolokos, Levediakos, Platanias, the teams you sort of expect to be just behind the leading pack, are there. And then sort of the bottom, the basement dwellers, if you like, are all sort of where they should be. Kakaira, a newly promoted Agonikos, currently sort of propping up the table. Impressive performances. Eric Jerez, the left back, has done very well. He's going to be playing a lot more now that Conboy has a slipped disc and is out for about 3 months, which is very unfortunate for him. But Jerez developing nicely. I think, yeah, he's got good attributes. Apart from his maybe crossing attributes, they're very good. And he's helped us really to not only solidify the defence, but provide a bit more sort of threat in attack. Mantelos has absolutely been banging in the free kicks. Great technical player, and really is reaching the peak of his powers now. I've been playing him a lot more, and he's been really impressive, it has to be said. So very well done to Mantelos. He's really helped improve the team, more so in recent sort of games. I mean, the seasons before, he was really a bit of a bit part player, to be honest. I was playing Zoric Cezinho a bit more, but I've introduced a bit more rotation, and Mantelos has not really been dropped, so great for him. Whether at defensive mid or sort of central defender, Kyle Bartley has been very good. 15 marking and tackling with 18 strength. He's just very good at sort of protecting the defence if he plays in defensive mid. But he can also pick a pass, got good technique, so is ideal really for the defensive mid role. Nevertheless, I also play him as centre back just to shore up the defence as well. That's it on the individual performances front. This is the team I'm going to be going with. We've got Anistis in goal with Jerez left back, Xantopoulos, Kolovestios centre backs, Rapper at right back, Bartley protecting the defence, Mantelos and Cordero in midfield, Helder Barbosa and Tunis out wide, and Christos Aravidis up front. Also making his debut on the bench will be Marcelo Blaze, the right back, who has now trained up to be a left back as well. So if any of the fullbacks get tired, I'd be more than happy to give him a bit of game time. It'll be invaluable to his development. They're also playing with the same formation, so it should just be a matchup of who has the better players and who performs better on the day. So let's carry on from where we finished last match, smashing Platanias by 4-0. Apologies if you just picked up me smacking the mic there. That was not intentional. Cordero spring it out to Barbosa in these early stages. The cross is well dealt with though. Rapper with the throw. Jerez. Mantelos to Bartley. Cordero, who can he play through? Only as far as Tunis, but it's Rapper now. Oh, what curl! I think that was probably a deflection. And in fact, it has been given as an own goal. I'd like to have thought that Rapper could have just wrapped his foot around that and just buried it. But unfortunately, it was an own goal. And I don't think Rapper has really scored much for us, so it's a real shame. Oh no, they've got a corner. Defend that. Pretty lucky in the end. Sort of pinball in the box. Let's just sit through to half time. Rapper now with the throw. Jerez, Barbosa. Rapper again. He's been really involved up front. Well, not up front, but Aravidis has blazed it over the bar. He's been involved in the attacks. That's encouraging for the right back. Alright, it's a decent first half, but I think the lads can do a lot better. So I'm going to try and get them to play a bit better in the second half. And hopefully we can see this result through and not have to worry about conceding a lucky goal from a set piece. Tunis has picked up a knock. We're temporarily down to 10 men here, and Varuya looked to take advantage of that. Shit. Fuck. Bollocks. Bit of a defensive lapse there. has made it 1-1, and we need them to push forward now. That's not the sort of response to the team talk that I wanted, really. Kolevetsios and Tunis cutting inside, carrying that slight injury, but Ponce has just sprayed it up. That wouldn't be Waldo Ponce, would it? That would be an incredible signing for Verolia. Christ. Felipe. Gone to Alakas, I think. Come on, let's launch an attack here. We're being penned in our own half. Mantos, Cordero, slipping through, and Tunis on the right. Come on, let's carve them open. Barbosa, straight at the keeper. Are you having a laugh? Oh, for fuck's sake. Another highlight. Cordero. Can Aravidis get there? Yes. And Tunis. Cross it in now. Barbosa! Yes! 2-1. Panic over. Jesus fucking Christ, lads. And Eastis launching it up. Let's not concede again. Let's not make this difficult for ourselves. It doesn't have to be. They're 14th. Aravidis. And Tunis. Good awareness to pick out Rapper. And Tunis! Yes! We've done it now. It's 3-1. Well done, lads. Again, why can't I make the team talk? Have I run out of team talks? Is that how it works? Oh, Panathinaikos take the lead. We've dropped down to 3rd. Unlucky. I'm going to bring on Papalabru because, you know, he needs to come back into the first team after injury. And I'm going to bring on DeFranco for Tunis. He doesn't naturally play there, but he's just not been getting enough game time for me. I really shouldn't have signed 2 strikers as well as Aravidis because I'm finding it hard to rotate them, seeing as I only play with 1. Having to play them out wide. Papalabru now. Show what you can do, son. That's what you can do. Yeah, he set up Aravidis. Great assist from Papalabru. Brilliant. Elder Barbosa. Zaintopolos is 5. Well in, lads. Papalabru's come on and just instantly made the difference. Oh, we're not going to concede, are we? Don't make the scoreline look ugly. Oh, it's ugly. And it's all over. Well in, lads. Great recovery after just letting the lead slip at the start of the second half. These are the results you should be getting if you're challenging for the title. And there's the table then. After the top 3 have all played 11 games. Top 3 clubs are the Athens clubs. That's how it should be. And yeah, we're in 3rd. 4 points adrift of Olympiakos. We've got to hope that they don't bolt and that they slip up sooner or later. We're still in with a shout. I mean, 25 points from 11 games is a very good record. You've just got to say that Olympiakos have had an amazing start, and it may be tricky to catch them up this season, which is very frustrating because I want to win something here, and we fucked up our chance to win the cup. So, you know, that may be the best chance we're going to get in a while. I don't know what I'm going to do with the save if I just keep, like, not winning things. I'm not sure whether it would be interesting to watch. Anyway, that's a question for another day. I'm very happy with this performance. The next episode will probably be another League Live com, unless we get sort of a major team in the Cup, which I think the draw is very shortly. Anyway, this is going to be it for this episode, guys. Take care, and I'll see you later. Liverpool to Portsmouth, yeah, that chorus got the crowd screaming. The strap, seatbelt, there it's back. Time to blow like I'm dynamo. No more disappearing act. I know you missed me, I missed you too. Sometimes that's what a miss will do. Like Tayo, I was cruising. Now it's time to take my steering back. One of the best to ever do it. A testament to this gang. And even in the wind, I never blew it. I swayed but kept to my lane.